Welcome to lecture number 4 of C and C++ language. In our previous lecture, we learned about keywords, variables, data types, variable naming rules, cout and printf with variable, and getting value with cin or scanf. Our today lecture is about how to solve any computer problem, some information about flowchart, and some information about memory, RAM. We take 3 examples for solving any computer problem. After this lesson, you will be able to solve any math equation or math formula. Let's start our today lesson. We already discussed 5 steps for solving any problem. In our today lecture, we apply these steps for solution of today's problems. Algorithm. Step-by-step procedure for solving any problem is called an algorithm. Algorithm is a simple and meaningful step to create a program or a software. Pseudocode. Pseudocode is an easy way to write an algorithm. Pseudocodes are in human language. Flowcharts. Graphical representation of any problem is called a flowchart. Flowchart is an easy way to understand any problem or easy way to write any code. Before writing any code, we make flowchart and algorithms, and with the help of these algorithm and flowchart, it becomes easy to write any program code. Algorithm स्टेप बाय स्टेप प्रोसीजर है जो किसी प्रॉब्लम को लिखने के लिए हम इस्तेमाल करते हैं, और सूडो कोड उसी प्रॉब्लम को अपनी लैंग्वेज में लिखने को कहते हैं। फ्लो चार्ट ग्राफिकल रिप्रेजेंटेशन है। हम पिक्चर और सिंबल की मदद से किसी प्रॉब्लम को रिप्रेजेंट करते हैं और उसके बाद फिर उसका कोड लिखा जाता है। Flowchart symbols. We use different symbols for representing our problem. For input and output, we use this symbol, and for processing, we use this symbol. Input is getting value from user. Output is displaying message or values at screen. Processing means calculating any formula, like sum is equal to number 1 plus number 2. Other symbols are selections. Selection means two-way selection, yes or no. If condition true, then first statement run, otherwise second statement run. We will learn these selection in our next chapters. And 4 symbols are used for starting and ending any flowchart. We have other symbols like flow lines, show direction of flow, connector that connect flowchart, and we have a symbol for functions. We will learn these things, function, decisions, and loops in our next chapters. Difference between flowchart and algorithm. Flowcharts are symbols. Algorithms are written in English language or any other language. Flowcharts are difficult to write, it's time consuming, whereas algorithms are easy to write and easy to modify. Our first problem, and problem number 4 as a total from this series. Problem is get 3 subjects marked and find total and percentage. The output of this problem is given below. You have to get 3 subject marks. The message display enter first subject marks, then second and third, and your program will calculate total and percentage of 3 given subjects. प्रॉब्लम को सॉल्व करने के लिए हम एल्गोरिदम लिखते हैं। सबसे पहले वेरिएबल डिफाइन कर लें, वेरिएबल की वैल्यूज़ को गेट कर लें, टोटल कैलकुलेट करें और परसेंटेज को। इसके बाद टोटल और परसेंटेज को डिस्प्ले करा दें। इसी तरह से हम फ्लो चार्ट इसका बना सकते हैं। स्टार्ट का सिंबल, उसके बाद डिफाइन करने के लिए वेरिएबल रेक्टेंगल को यूज़ करेंगे। इनपुट के सिंबल को यूज़ करते हुए सब्जेक्ट 1 के मार्क्स लेंगे, सब्जेक्ट 2 के और सब्जेक्ट 3 के मार्क्स को इंटर कराएंगे। कैलकुलेशन के लिए उसका सिंबल यूज़ करेंगे और कैलकुलेट करेंगे टोटल और परसेंटेज को, और आउटपुट के सिंबल को यूज़ करते हुए टोटल और परसेंटेज को डिस्प्ले करा देंगे। फॉर सॉल्विंग दिस प्रॉब्लम, इन फर्स्ट स्टेप राइट डाउन द बेसिक स्ट्रक्चर. In second step, define variable. For defining variable, we define data type as float because percentage can be in floating points in dots. We define three subjects S1, S2, S3, T for total, P for percentage. And in memory or RAM, 5 variables are declared. Compiler reserve 4 bytes for each variable. In step 3, we get values of variables. Simply display a message. You can display message with cout or with printf. I write both method for learning. Simply use printf and write a message. Enter subject 1 marks and get values of first variable subject 1 with scanf, or you can get these value with cin. Both functions scanf and cin are used for getting value from user. After getting value, suppose user enter subject 1 marks as 50, subject 2 marks 60 and subject 3 marks 40. These value will store at variable in memory. In step 4, we calculate total. Total is equal to subject 1 plus subject 2 plus subject 3. T is equal to S1 plus S2 plus S3. We also calculate percentage. Total marks are 300. So we divide total obtained mark T divided by 300 and multiplied by 100 for percentage. After calculating in step 5, we display results. We display total, we display percentage. You can use printf function or cout function. Next problem is to solve quadratic equation. Quadratic equation is in the form of ax square plus bx plus c is equal to 0, where a, b and c are constants. The output of this problem is given below. You have to get values of a, b and c from user, and you have to calculate the result or solution set of this equation x1 and x2. For solving this problem, in first step write down the basic structure. In step 2 define variable. We define 5 floating variable a, b and c, x1 and x2. In memory, 5 floating points are declared. In step 3 get the values of variable, get the value of a, b and c with printf or cout. Suppose we get value of a is equal to 2, b is equal to minus 3 and c is equal to minus 4. In step 4, calculate the result. Use the formula minus b plus minus under root b square minus 4ac divided by 2a. For minus value and plus value, we have two solution set x1 and x2. So we write x is equal to minus b plus square root. For b square, we multiplied b into b minus 4 into a into c divided by 2a. And same formula for negative value. In step 5, display the result x1 and x2. Our next problem is get basic salary of a worker and give him 10% house rent of basic salary and 20% medical allowance of basic salary and 3% tax of total salary. The output is given below. You have to get only basic salary and your program will calculate house rent, medical allowance, tax and net salary. For solving problem 3, write down the basic structure. In step 2, define variable. We define variable BS for basic salary, HR for house rent, MA medical allowance, tax and net salary NS. Compiler will create 5 floating point variables in memory. In step 3, get basic salary. Simply display a message with printf or cout, enter basic salary and get basic salary with scanf or cin In step 4, calculate the result. You have to calculate house rent 10% of basic salary. The formula will be house rent is equal to basic salary multiplied by 10 divided by 100. Next, you have to calculate medical allowance 20% of basic salary. Formula will be medical allowance is equal to basic salary multiplied by 20 divided by 100. You have to calculate the tax of total salary. The total salary will be basic salary plus house rent plus medical allowance. So tax is add all salaries, mean basic salary plus house rent plus medical allowance multiplied by 3 for 3% and divide by 100. At the last, you have to calculate the net salary, and net salary is basic salary plus house rent plus medical allowance minus tax. In step 5, you have to display the house rent. Use printf message or cout message for displaying house rent, for displaying medical allowance, for displaying tax, and displaying net salary.